Really?
Maybe you got that from Eeyore.
Yeah, it could be the fictional Dougie that I'm focusing on, but at 21 minutes before the top of the hour, Ed Gillespie thinks that MSNBC and NBC has become a fictional news network, and maybe he's right. He wrote a letter saying, you got to be kidding me. The president sits down with one of your chief correspondents and gives an extended interview on some very important issues, and you skewed it to misguide the public. Deceptively edited, to take his quotes exactly. Deceptively edited in a way that makes the president look bad.
Yeah, but he's not the only one who's taking notice of this. There's a big column in the New York Times within the last few days saying that letter coming from the White House was not the first time that people were noticing that possibly NBC and MSNBC are blurring the lines now together. And that could be troublesome for NBC because you have to know that on MSNBC you have very political people, partisan.
Oh, really?
Chris Matthews, Keith Olbermann. I don't know if you caught the other night. He went on a 12-minute rampage. I just happened to click over it.
It was scary.
Where he told the president to shut the H up. I'm sorry. I don't care what your politics are. I would never disrespect the President of the United States and saying something like much less on live television.
Right. I didn't see it, but I did read about it. I got email from a whole bunch of people. Here are a couple of things. First of all, can you imagine John Chancellor or David Brinkley telling the president on their forum, Mr. President, shut the hell up? Of course not. And here's the thing. That same guy, during their election coverage, is the anchor man. He's the anchor of their coverage. So do they lean left? Obviously. And that's why the New York Times wrote this article questioning whether or not Keith Olbermann and Chris Matthews were a political liability to NBC. And, you know, just look at Hillary. Hillary has been complaining that obviously they are so in favor of Barack Obama on that channel. She is not happy about it. I heard a rumor that guy, Keith Olbermann, might actually fill in for Tim Russert hosting Meet the Press. Can you imagine how Tim Russert would feel if that guy filled in for him on the longest running television in American history? Television show?
Yeah, also Tim Russert is the same guy who I share a birthday with, who also said that it's over. He was the first news guy really to say the race is over. The winner is, and Time Magazine joined in on him, the winner is Barack Obama.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of other commentators have their problems with bias. It's not just that one that you were discussing. All right, competition coped, is that what it says?
It does say that.